This has its own magic. This has its own magic.
Welcome
Hey.
to episode 163. It's your boy Phony Toast, the toasters with the mostest.
Tash, the old nitty bastard in the building. Nice hair.
Nice hair. Oh, thank you.
Just gonna take my.
The
just-
lady
just
made
gonna
me do it, and
take-
I didn't take it. You got a fade. I got a fade.
I did get a fade recently. I got a fade recently. I don't care. My hair is still here. Jeez. I be trimming it. I don't want it to get too long, but you know, I've just been keeping up with it, especially on the side. That's the one thing you do have. You have the sides.
Yeah, other sides. No, the lady was like, I want to try something because we got a mixed daughter.
Yes.
So she don't have the she didn't get like the full black hair. So she got the big curl that you wet it straightens out. You know, all of that
She
stuff.
got the Latina
The
hair.
Latina hair, right?
She
So
has
she was
Latina hair.
like, well, since you got your hair grown out,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, I want to try some things.
Okay.
And
Experimenting.
So she got one of the little
sponge?
sponge.
Okay,
Yeah, she
yeah.
got the little sponge. and
Nice.
She was like, okay, I'm gonna try this and I'm gonna try this, and then after probably a good hour and a half, I was like, all right, give me all that
Like,
shit.
all
You don't know what you're doing. So then I made it work out. You know what I mean?
Nice,
and,
nice.
I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll try this for a minute. But I used to when I was younger, I used to go to a barbershop, right?
Okay.
And then when people started growing their hair out and doing all that, I was like, I'm gonna grow my hair out. But I hated going to the barbershop and trying to go get braids.
Yes.
And then I found out that this lady worked at the barbershop, so she can cut and do fade and everything. And she also worked at the salon. Salon ain't got them barbershop lines because how it would be in the barbershop.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be like 9 hours to cut one nigga hair.
Niggas be talking.
Oh
Niggas
god,
talking.
And every conversation gotta be animated.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hella over exaggerated. There's always a nigga there trying to sell bootleg shit.
Yep.
There's always this type of shit. It's funny. I had to take my my little one to the barbershop. He's starting to go now, and I told him, I'm like, you gotta almost set a day aside.
You do.
You
It's a wrap.
gotta do that.
If you go to a black barbershop,
Uh-huh.
that's the day.
Yeah,
That's what you're doing that day.
You're gonna be there a good 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And you just gotta be okay with that. And that's why niggas just be in there talking shit and talking about sports and just talking shit. Because they're just in there.
That movie, Barbershop with Ice Cube, there were more haircuts in that day than there normally are in a month at a regular barbershop.
That was my original problem with that movie. Was that I was like, dude, what the shit? Like,
It's
no
too
one
many
gets
haircuts.
their haircut that.
Too many haircuts, fam. Too many
Yes,
haircuts.
absolutely. You know what? And I'll be honest with you. You know what I just realized? It's funny that you brought that up. They made a barbershop sequel.
Yeah, didn't they make 3 of those?
I think they did.
Even
make 3
Nicki
of them.
Minaj was in one of those.
I think it was the second
Eve
one.
Eve was in the second
Eve
one.
was in the first and second one.
Yeah, she was in the first 2.
Was
And
there
then-
3?
I thought there was 3.
Because
was like-
barbershop. No, the second one was the one with Nicki Minaj, and that one came out in 2016.
Oh, okay. Oh no, Queen Latifah did one, right? Is
Yeah,
that
it was like the salon, the beauty
That's
salon.
What,
Okay, yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I'm thinking of. Okay.
One thing that doesn't give.
He
There were
said-
3.
Yeah, Kaji said it was 3. Hold on.
Are we considering?
Yeah, because I thought it was supposed to be barbershop franchise back into the next cut and then beauty shop. Okay, yeah.
So
all right,
beauty
so-
shop
No,
is considered-
barbershop 2, and then barbershop
Back
the
in
next
business,
cut.
the next cut. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
There were 3. Okay, word, bet.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so she was in the next cut, which is the third one.
Yeah, because I was gonna say See, Nikki was in the third one.
So
yeah.
Nikki was in the third
I
one.
was gonna say I don't remember her in part 2, but
I
know she was
completely
in part 1.
forgot. Common's in there.
Yeah.
And
Common 400 years old. People know that. Right?
but what's funny about Common being there is that, Common and Cube were going at it at that one time. What a way to put aside your differences. Common has the most slept on diss track of all time. Because no one talks about the bitch in you. Because he dissed Cube. He dissed Cube when Cube was Cube. If you know what I mean when I say that.
Yeah.
He dissed Cube when Cube was at the height of his popularity. He dropped Friday. He dropped West Side Connection. He was dropping albums like Death Certificate and everything. And that nigga went at him.
But at the same time, it shows you what happens when a fly hits a windshield. Obviously, Q didn't care. And when you do talk about diss tracks, you guarantee every time you're going to talk about No Vaseline.
Oh, You know,
So
we have this conversation a lot, and I stay to this day. No Vaseline is the best diss track of all time. And people always bring up Hit 'Em Up. Hit 'Em Up is a close second. I gotta go with No Vaseline because No Vaseline seriously fucked the NWA up. Like, they were not the same after that.
Yeah.
They have not been the same since No Vaseline. Like, that shit really fucked them up. Like,
And No Vaseline was that was a game changer. Hit 'Em Up. I love Hit 'Em Up just because I think I was a little bit more into hip hop in that era. Like I was into it during No Vaseline, but I was more into it when Hit 'Em Up came out. And
Pac was Pac at the time.
and you're into the situation. You're like, oh, there's some serious motherfucking serious.
Well,
beef.
here's the deal. No,
Like-
but you're right. Because before then, all beefs were just on wax. It was just fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. You ain't shit. I'm better than you.
I'll bar
But
you.
when Tupac started with, that's why I fucked your bitch. Wait, what? Wait. You done took it off wax. We're not on wax no more. We talking about some real shit. And I always tell people
First off, fuck your bitch and the click you
and
claim.
the click you came. How you make a diss track niggas can dance to?
Yeah.
Like how you make a diss track niggas
Using
can
your
dance?
beat, nigga.
Like I did, and they still play Hit 'Em Up. Them niggas been dead. You could go to a club right now, and 9 times out of 10 they done played Hit 'Em Up at least once.
Yeah.
Like
Over
that's just,
24 years. And then you
Seriously.
still slapping that.
Hit 'Em Up is so good. People don't even know that was Biggie's beat.
Yeah.
That was Biggie's track.
That was Biggie's beat.
People don't even know that. I said it to a friend the other day. I said, I don't think Tupac made any money off that track. It's not his instrumental.
Didn't matter.
And
That
they
was the
were
beauty
like-
of the beef.
And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, nigga, that is like Biggie's. I think it was either Biggie or Junior Mafia's. I think it was Junior Mafia's. And that's the instrumental.
Yeah.
Like, wait. All good.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, if you think about the shit that was said in that song, it was so ruthless. The nigga talked about like these niggas from Mobb Deep having sickle cell, nigga. Like, wow, you went real motherfucking deep.
And he, like,
said fuck
exposed
every
that.
single, called everybody out by name. Chino XL. Remember Chino XL?
Here's the crazy thing. Chino XL's a hella cool guy. He follows me on Twitter. We used to do shit when we were rapping. He's a hella cool guy, but anytime, he's the nicest dude, polite motherfucker in the world. Like, anytime someone brought up Tupac, that nigga would get pissed. And everyone's like, dude. And everyone's like, wait, nigga, the beef is all that nigga dead. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
That nigga Chino's so buff as fuck. He's
Bro.
actually in Mensa. He's actually like hella intelligent. Like he's a smart nigga.
Nice.
Yeah. Shout out to him.
No Vaseline is undefeated. Yeah, it is. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I both of them are amazing. There's
It's
some
gotta be
great
No Vaseline,
diss songs in that. Yeah, easily. And that's the sad part is everybody else is literally playing for third. Ether, all of them tracks, nigga, is y'all playing for third.
I would put Ether at number 3.
I would too.
Now a lot of people would
Because
say,
I would say that Nas murdered Jay-Z.
well, here's the
Jay-Z
deal.
just got more money. That was
Well, that was the thing.
that's what
Jay-Z
people
had
gave him
more
for that.
publicity.
Yeah.
He was on Def Jam, and Def Jam was Def Jam. And, like, he just had the more money machine behind him.
Yeah.
The takeover was great, but it was really just a bunch of, Nas, I rap better than you. You're not that great of a rapper. Like, that's what the takeover was. Nas was saying some real shit. Foxy got you hot because your face is all in the puss. What you think you getting girls now because of your looks?
Yeah, Nas went back to when you was in the Queenbridge projects, nigga, with your little Hawaiian shirts and everything, trying to be somebody. And don't get me wrong, I get why people feel that way, because, you know, in the end, Jay-Z's got like a ton of money and Nas don't.
Yeah.
And, you know, listen, Jay-Z's just a better businessman.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man. One of the greatest lines Jay-Z ever said.
Yeah.
He nailed it. Like he took it more than just I'm a businessman. Like I make money off of myself now. Like, anything I do is business. And it's funny he mentioned Death of Autotune. Death of Autotune, Jay-Z had this thing of getting shit out of here. I remember when he was like, all right, we're wearing jerseys now. Then he's like, nah, we're not doing jerseys, we're doing button-ups. Now we're not doing button-ups, we're doing this. We don't drink Cristal no more, we drink this. Like, the only thing that nigga did not get out of here was Autotune. He gave it a shot. He gave it a shot. He really did. But he was like, he tried to. He didn't do that. Anyways, welcome to another episode of Super City Show. Before we get fully started, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
Man. Ooh, man. That was like, we lost the basketball superhero. You know what they should do? If they should give Mosaic a big push and then draw him like Kobe Bryant.
I'd fuck with that. Absolutely.
They should. They should.
This one hurt more than any celebrity death I've ever had. And I was wondering why. I was like, why did this hit me harder than like MJ dying? More than Prince dying? More than Nipsey hit me hard too. I was like, I feel the way like I did when Nipsey was shot. Like even worse though. And I was like, why? And then it made sense to me. I started thinking about it. I said, it makes sense to me. When MJ and Prince got on, I wasn't even born yet. Like, when MJ and Prince got on, I wasn't born yet. When all those older dudes got on, I wasn't born yet. I remember in high school saying, yo, there's this dude just a few years older than me who's about to go straight to the NBA.
Out of high school to the NBA, that was unheard of.
Like, I was like, nigga, what?
As a threat.
I was a freshman in high school. He was a senior.
Yep.
And they said, yo, this dude going straight out of high school. And I was like, who the fuck is that? They're like, Kobe Bryant. This is before YouTube. Mm-hmm. Where everything was hearsay.
Everything. You had to go and on, like, sometimes if you were local, on, like, Saturday night, you could catch the replays from the Friday games if some of the local news channels would go and film it. But if you didn't live near there, you didn't catch it. Unless you was hype, like Kobe Bryant, they would throw, like, one or two of his occasionally on there.
Yes, absolutely. So back then, this was unheard of. Nowadays, you younger niggas, you're like, what's the big deal? They show high school shit all the time. I say this once again. This was before YouTube. Mm-hmm. So, the head sports people were going to a high school to watch this nigga play. That was unheard of at the time. I was watching high school shit on ESPN.
Yeah.
And ESPN was playing this high school nigga.
Yeah. When they don't even show you on college recruiting shit for ESPN.
No, they
show the nigga NBA only.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
He was far ahead of the game.
That nigga was that good. And so he got drafted, I don't think, oh God. Someone, Kaiju, help me out. He wasn't drafted to the Lakers.
No.
He was drafted to another team. And then he somehow ended up being on the Lakers. They like finagled that. And got him in the Lakers. So he was killing it there with Shaq. Mm-hmm. Thank you, the Hornets. Yeah, he was drafted to the Hornets, and then he got traded to LA. Let me tell you something. If y'all don't know by now, we're in the Sacramento area. And let me tell you, it's dangerous to be a Laker fan out here. It's dangerous. Niggas do not fuck with the Lakers out here. And the reason why is because if you don't think I'm lying, look at the early... You can look, once again, you can go on YouTube and watch this shit. The early 2000s Kings-Lakers playoff games.
Yeah, they had a feud for a good minute.
It was disgusting. Yeah, Phoenix and Sacramento fans should hate Lakers. Absolutely. But guess what? I'm a Laker fan. I don't give a fuck. I'm older. I was a Laker fan back when Magic was there.
Oh, shit. Magic, who literally lives up to his name. Motherfuckers had AIDS for like 30 years now. And still chubby and walking around.
Just chilling.
The worst part is he doesn't look old yet.
Hey man, he got the fountain of youth. They didn't give him that shit.
That nigga got magic. Fuck that.
He got the.
That nigga, Magic Johnson is a wizard. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. If I ever did a parody kind of like disaster movie, kind of like corny movie like that, at one point Magic Johnson gonna come up, pull off his shit, he gonna be like a Gandalf.
That nigga just started like,
I'm just a wizard, motherfucker. I'm just a wizard.
But Kobe, like Jim said, he tortured Phoenix and Sacramento. He pretty much tortured the NBA. Like, everybody hated Kobe.
Yeah. Kobe came and gave us another generation of Jordan.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the deal.
Let's keep
Jordan was a shit talker.
Yep.
Reggie Miller was a shit talker. Kobe would say shit that'll get underneath your skin. Like, that nigga will call you soft, you a bitch. Look at all the stories that niggas are now revealing online. There was an issue where, this guy was talking. He said, I played with Kobe. One night, he gave the whole team free Kobe shoes. And we lost. And he went immediately backstage and took them all back. So y'all niggas don't deserve this shit. Like, man, what an asshole. But, hey, that's Kobe, man. Mamba mentality. Nigga took the shoes. Nigga took used shoes.
Side though, I'll put mine in the car.
Nigga.
Told you to put them in the car, nigga.
Oh, shit. Yeah, man.
Oh, shit. But yeah, no, let's keep it 100. There's a whole generation of people to this day that anytime you pick up something and you have to throw it in a trash can, toss it across the room or something, you say Kobe.
Kobe?
Because that is how big he was in the NBA. When he was on the courts, he dominated. And you had, when Lakers got Shaq, even though they ended up having some falling out, them motherfuckers was unstoppable.
And, the only team that could kind of get with them were the Kings.
Yeah.
And the Kings came this close.
Because the Kings had a very effective but odd letter.
It was Vlade, Webb,
Peja
Stojakovic, Vlade Divac, Chris Webber, and light-skinned dude.
I got all their little rookie cards.
Like Bibby?
Bibby,
Was it Bibby? Yeah,
little Bibby. Yep, little ball Bibby.
Little Bibby. Niggas was nice. One of the biggest.
Got a good ball club.
One of the biggest shames in NBA existence is that Chris Webber doesn't have a ring. That hurts. Because that nigga could ball. That nigga could ball. And
I remember seeing Webber when he was on the Warriors.
When he was on the Warriors.
For a good minute.
Him
I remember
Detlef Schrempf?
Yep. I remember the Warriors, put it this way, the Warriors for a while, which is interesting to see them now, the Warriors suck so bad.
Yeah.
I used to sit courtside at Warriors games for $70. I'm talking about, I'm on the floor, but
yeah, no, for real.
There ain't one superstar in sight.
No, I'm with you 100%. So it was just, I'm over crying about it. I was like legit balling. I'm over crying about it. Like
Spider-Man it?
I know it was worse than Spider-Man.
Worse than Spider-Man?
Because Spider-Man 1 wasn't real. So, I was legit crying. I was thinking about filming it, putting that online. But yeah, I was legit, sad. And, I'm over being sad about it. The one thing I do say, and this might be controversial as shit, but I don't care. I think the saddest part was Gigi dying. To me, the daughter. That one, and the other kids. First of all, rest in peace to all 9 people who lost their lives.
Yeah, that's like a whole family that lost their life.
The kids were the worst part to me. Because it sucks that Kobe died, but Kobe lived his life.
Yeah.
He lived.
Well, in a way, you could say that, bro. My man was 41.
No. You're right. You're right.
Shit.
You're right.
You're right.
He's still so young. He was still so young. But he was able to do so much. She was not able to. She's now done. She's a fucking kid. She was done. She's done now. She has nothing.
I don't know. I got to keep it 100 with you.
Keep it 100.
I just can't say there's the saddest part to this.
Okay.
Because every single little bit I feel is a little bit more fucked up the more I think about it. Because like you're saying, you go from Kobe to the kids, right? And it's like, automatically, I feel extra bad for the kids because y'all gonna get overshadowed because Kobe was Kobe was a superstar.
Family, the whole family, all of them. To be honest,
that's what I'm saying. Is everybody else is gonna get shot down, even though all of you were just going to a fucking basketball game. Like you got to think about that situation. Yeah. Like, hey, you guys want to come? Our daughters are all into basketball. You know, got tickets to this basketball game. We'll take the helicopter, avoid all this shitty ass LA traffic. We do it all the time. You know, y'all being parents. Yeah. Y'all being like good parents to go do something cool for these kids who get an experience like this. Yeah. And to have something like that happen, it's just like, how do you even begin to mourn something like this? Like, you gotta think about, I mean, Vanessa Bryant.
Yeah, poor Vanessa.
You know, I don't even know if, like, the family was, like, a dad, the mom, and one of the daughters. Like, do you have more kids? Like, are these kids without, like, both parents and, you know?
Vanessa, and you gotta understand, Vanessa been with Kobe since, like, high school. Like, that's all she knows is him. And now, and her daughter. Now they're just gone. Like that. And, I mean, we don't have to agree on that. I just think it's fucked up because here's the deal. Especially when you see the video, and June nailed it. Especially when you see the videos of Gigi. She was something else. Yeah. She was going to be the WNBA version of her father. Everything about her. They were showing back-to-back shit.
Gigi looked like she probably crossed over and played in the NBA.
Gigi was doing it. She was doing the damn thing. And that, to me, is sad to me because when I get down about Kobe, I can go and look at thousands of shit of him. There ain't much on Gigi. Like, the potential that is gone now. Well, that is just gone forever. Like, you know, Kobe, while he was young, he still did so much. I mean, he was in the NBA since he was 18. Yeah. So, it seems like he was older than he is. But, man, it's just crazy, man. Yeah. Hug your family, and
it's just so sad. Like you said, I mean, I have a daughter. Like I mean, at the same time that I would never want something to happen like that. If it did, at least you take pride in the fact that it's like you were doing nothing but being a good dad when this horrible thing happened to you. But yeah, that's just.
And he was talking about her like he said he loved having girls. People were giving him shit saying, "Oh, you have no boys." He
What's
was like,
your legacy? He was like, right.
He's like, right here. She said, "I got it," and he was all about it. He took her everywhere. He said his oldest daughter wasn't into basketball like that, but Gigi, the middle one, she was all about it. So he would take her everywhere, and you know, and of course that was his little favorite. You know, that she was him. She even looked like him straight in the face, just waffle colored. and she had the long hair, and she was balling. And
yeah, but with that, I just want to say, I'm done with 2020. I'm gonna go and hibernate until 2021. This year is just shit.
Shit. The honor, how you tell we young, we old, man, we old.
Have any of y'all going on to the court try to fade away jumper to honor them? I don't know about fade away, you know. Standing shot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want a brick in his memory.
That's not Mamba mentality. I played 2K.
I played 2K about it.
Shit, real quick though.
I just made an all Kobe team.
That will do it. Real quick. So last night they had the Kobe. They were honoring Kobe at the Laker game. And, like, you could just feel the spirit in the room. Then the Lakers lost. I'm like, how y'all niggas gonna lose tonight? I don't know. But then again.
They got all their shoes taken away. And then somebody should have gone and taken all their shoes.
That's what someone said. Someone doing that. Like, someone gonna take all their shoes. Now, this is not a sports podcast, but just real quick. Dame Lillard. From the town, from Oakland. Dame Lillard just went ham. Jules just said Kobe possessed Dame. Dame Lillard, how you just gonna beat on Kobe night? And so they interviewed him. They're like, "Bruh, that was supposed to be Kobe's night. What the fuck are you doing?" And he said the greatest answer of all time. He said, "I did what Kobe would have done."
No lie. No lie.
He said Kobe, and that was somebody else. Kobe be like, that's sad and all. That fucking sucks.
That's sad though. I'm over here to play basketball, nigga.
Anyways, this episode is called Stop the Madness.
Stop the madness. Right, Kobe Heartless.
Kobe Hart. I would say that he's heart. Yes, out there. Yeah, he's heartless. He don't give a shit.
You know, look, that's the thing is, you gotta be heartless on the court. Just like Mike Tyson said, when you step in that ring, nigga, I don't know you no more.
I don't know you. Fuck is you. Fuck is you.
I don't know you. I'm here to beat you, nigga. I ain't here to be your friend. I ain't here to let you look good in front of your sponsor. No, I'm here to beat you. When you hop on the field on Sunday, you ain't there to have a good game. You're there to win.
Yeah. Rip your fucking head off.
Yeah, we got a beer before, we got a beer after the game.
Yeah,
but we're
during
on
the
the
game,
field. I don't know you, nigga.
Taking your head off.
Like to me, I don't know this man. I'm sorry for this man. I don't know who he is.
Oh shit! No, that's funny. Heisman Taylor says, "Stop the Madness." Is the podcast and anti Doctor Strange 2. Not anti Doctor Strange 2. Anti all these people need to shut the fuck up. Shut up! All of you niggas, shut up. Here's the deal. So, some more info is coming out about Doctor Strange 2 for the past few weeks.
Yes, it has.
You know, they're saying that there's going to be a lot of characters in it. There's not going to be a lot of characters in it. Blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you something that pisses me the fuck off?
Speak on it.
I should tell. Why you say it's a joke? I wasn't telling you to shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah,
Don't be you getting sensitive. Don't be
He's
soft.
talking to the people he named the episode after.
You from the Bay, dog. Act like it. Anyway, anyways, let me tell you what pisses me off about all this shit. All of these people complaining about Doctor Strange, y'all don't give a shit about Doctor Strange. None of y'all saw the first one was like, wow, this is great. I hope the sequel is like this. None of y'all niggas said that.
I have grand expectations for Doctor Strange 2.
Exactly, precisely. You know, MTF, he's on to me. Yeah, that's fine. MTF said it best. He said, people keep mistaking Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange 2. I love that statement. And the reason why is because the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is already telling you what it's about. It's about the multiverse. So people are thinking that that multiverse statement isn't in there at all. And they're just like, wait, what? Doctor Strange 2? All right, somebody posted, he said, well, I thought Doctor Strange 2 was going to be more about his character development, but now I'm just finding out it's basically Crisis on Infinite Earths. What part of multiverse are these niggas not understanding?
I mean, let's keep it 100. Did the niggas not watch the last movie? The last movie set him up to have taken the job of the Sorcerer Supreme. Now, let's take another step forward. In Infinity War, he pulled up because this reality was in peril. Once again, doing his job, which further develops his character. If he is dealing with the multiverse, he's literally doing what his character was developed to do. His job.
Right.
How would this not be the next thing he does?
Let's get to the... No.
The nigga literally spent the last part of the last movie saving his dimension.
Stretch it out. Hold up. My glasses are off.
Like how is this not the logical next step?
You stupid sons of bitches. You listen to me. Doctor Strange is the defender of this realm. He's not just the nigga with magic.
He's not Gandalf.
He's not, yeah, exactly. He's not just Gandalf who can do little parlor tricks and
I'm
little
literally
things.
just worried about Sauron. That's it. I don't worry about shit else.
He is the defender of the realm. So as the defender of the realm, if a multiverse of madness is happening, he needs to be the first nigga there.
As stated by the Ancient One multiple fucking times.
The defender of the realm.
The whole reason she didn't want to give the time stone to Hulk, as she fucking explains, there's a lot more shit going on out here than just this bullshit.
I'm weak as fuck. June said they think Doctor Strange is the Witcher. They think that nigga Geralt? They think he's Geralt of Rivia?
Toss a coin to Steven.
Toss a stone. Toss a stone.
Toss a stone to your mage.
I'm fucking weak. You have to ask yourself, how come Doctor Strange is an Avenger?
Why isn't he not an Avenger?
Why is he not an Avenger?
Because he got shit to do.
Yes, he's way too busy. Second of all, he would just think about Avengers 1 and 2. Now, think about the plot of those two films. Now add Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah. Hey, there's a giant hole in the sky. Don't worry. Making a bigger one.
Right.
No, making a bigger one beneath it. Yep, there you go.
Oh, shit. Everyone's coming out. Yeah. Let's reverse time. Now they're going back in there.
Yeah.
All right, word.
Fuck me. I'm just going to make a portal right beneath it.
Yeah.
Where's it dumping them? Just right out in space.
Yeah, right, yeah. And he's going to do exactly what he did in Ragnarok. Oh, shit, Loki, you're done.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing.
Just drop it right back to the same hole. There you go.
Yes.
Done.
Oh, shit, Ultron, you're done. You're in another dimension now. Wait,
I mean,
what?
Like, what? How is this even a problem? Like, ain't no beef. Like, you got to think about the fact that chances are pretty good. Doctor Strange was very aware of what was going on. It was probably fighting another threat at that time that was worse.
Yeah.
Just like Dormammu. Dormammu pull up on Earth. Ain't no Avengers gonna help with that.
What the fuck are the Avengers gonna do to Dormammu? What the hell are they gonna do?
Hulk gonna pull up. Ah!
What Cap gonna do? Throw a shield? Nigga? Dormammu, what the fuck?
Don't worry, I got this nano armor. Oh damn, that don't work no more, guys.
These are facts.
You gotta think Dormammu killed Doctor Strange like 500 times.
A bazillion times. We don't even know how many times he did it.
Yeah.
But that ass.
So he got tired of it.
He's like, alright, bro. Shit. Alright, nigga, damn.
Okay, I'll really listen. Alright, I'm really
son.
bored here.
Like at first, probably the first 20, 30 times, he's probably like, alright, that's cool. Then he's like, alright, bro, what the fuck, man? What the fuck's going on, bro?
Seriously.
Release me, nigga.
Time don't even work here, nigga.
No, for real. Another thing that people are saying, and I had to shut that down real quick. People are like, God damn, they're introducing new characters. I really wish it was just about him. And I said, you know what? You guys are right. Since when has Marvel ever used a sequel to introduce new characters? Oh, wait, they do that all the fucking time.
Hold up, bro. They introduced characters. They introduced a character in a character's origin movie in the very first Marvel movie that didn't show up till the second Marvel movie. War Machine.
War Machine?
We didn't get no. Terrence Howard didn't hop in that armor.
I mean, real shit. War Machine. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Black Widow.
Yep.
Black Panther.
Hawkeye.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Valkyrie. Spider-Man. Valkyrie's about to be big and do her own shit. Let's take it further. Wanda.
Yep.
Let's take it further. Vision.
Oh.
Why are we acting like this is a new practice? I'm confused.
Loki.
Why are we acting like this is some new shit?
A whole series, Coulson.
Why are we acting like this is some new...
My nigga, Agent motherfucking Carter.
Agent Carter, why are we... No, for real. Why are we acting like this is just some new shit that has never been done before? Like this is some kind of new practice that Marvel has never done. Here's my thing. I know, I get it. You guys don't like Marvel, you don't like Disney. That's fine. I don't give a shit. That's fine. You don't have to like them. But y'all niggas is lying.
June Ruthless. Justice League introduced Justice League. I ain't recognize not one of them. God damn.
Justice League. No, that's not true, June. Batman vs. Superman introduced Justice League through emails. Through emails with logos.
There were attachments sent.
Them niggas were PDFs.
Sat down. It's like, you gotta imagine Lex Luthor going down. It's like, all right, I need all this stuff categorized and filed. And give me the graphics department. I need to make logos.
Oh, man.
And the best part is Flash must have found one of the files because he was already wearing the logo.
He was already wearing it. No, Aquaman had a logo. Cyborg had a logo. I was like, who created... I don't know. That's just where my brain went till I saw that. When I saw that, I said, who made the logos?
Yeah. Especially when you think, like, well, Why don't I just do a screen capture and then put the screen capture as the file? It just makes sense.
No, for real. Who made the logos? If I could ask Zack Snyder one goddamn question, I wouldn't even ask him does Zack exist. I want to know who made the logo.
Because there's somebody working over at LexCorp. And see, that would be where a tie would be cool, is if you have somebody like the Riddler or somebody who knows identities. You know what I mean? Because he worked the logos.
Yeah.
He was down to graphics
Hey,
when it all
listen,
started.
man. Hey, listen.
He's the only one who knows.
Hey, listen. I'm not
Lex Luthor was that was his talent. He was a graphic designer.
He was a graphic design major, making websites and shit. I'm just like, dude, like, and I'm not trying to rip on BVS. We're past that. We're done that. DC seems to be going the right direction. Birds of Prey, not really reviews. But here's the deal. People got to understand there's a difference between a review and a reaction.
Yeah.
These aren't Birds of Prey reviews. These are Birds of Prey reactions. I don't trust them.
Why?
Because all the people who are going to them are already comic book fans.
Yeah.
So to them, all of this shit is great.
Oh.
All of this shit is amazing.
And for me, that's all that matters. I'll go see.
Well, no, this is great. All of it is amazing. But my thing is this: that doesn't mean the movie will be good. Like, I don't see any of these same people, if it was bad, saying, "Oh, this movie fucking sucks ass."
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
So that's why when it comes to these things, I take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. I personally think this will be. I think we'll get one standout Birds of Prey character, which right now I'm hearing is Huntress. People like the girls doing Huntress.
I'm hearing Huntress. I'm hearing Black Canary.
I hear some Black Canary stuff.
But it's saying I am getting confirmation of what I expected, that it's they like the extra characters, but they're not in it as much.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not
what I'm
in
saying.
it as more
But
as maybe they should.
It's a Harley Quinn movie.
It is.
And this is the problem I think that Suicide Squad suffered from, and that DC's kind of trying to be a little too edgy and just keep suffering from. You need to take a look at your characters, realize what sells, and just give people that. Don't sugarcoat it in titles that don't make any fucking sense. Like, just let this be a Harley Quinn movie. Like, prior to Suicide Squad, the whole movie of Suicide Squad and Harley's character would have been much more interesting if you had done a Joker and Harley movie prior to. And you could even had Deadshot in that movie. You could have given us a little... You could have just not wasted Leto's Joker, which came out like shit as a result of it. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. But I think I cared for it less because y'all cut and edited that shit to crap, whatever.
Hell, yeah.
A Joker Harley movie would have been aces. Then you do the Suicide Squad. And then this movie would have been a Harley Quinn solo movie after she got away from the Joker, which would have, been, I don't know, giving it more flavor because now you're giving Harley kind of a little bit of a series. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Joker got an off movie that has a whole different version of him, yada, yada, yada. Like, you're building kind of more like you do a story instead of like, okay, I guess this is a Birds of Prey movie. Well, I guarantee you will never see a Birds of Prey 2. I can put money on that before I see the movie. You're gonna see a Harley Quinn movie again. Put money on that.
Absolutely.
But you're not gonna see another Birds of Prey because you can't have a movie where the characters who are supposed to be in the second movie don't shine.
I'm with you. I get what you're saying. I wish that this was just the Harley film that introduced the Birds of Prey, and then Birds of Prey could have spun off into its own thing.
Exactly.
And then we could have got Batgirl. You know, I just think that this could have been done better. This is no diss to the film. It could be great. But like June said, I still remember when people were saying BBS was good. I remember when people were saying that these were all press screening reactions. I remember when niggas were saying that Justice League was, oh, watch out, Avengers. I remember that shit. I remember all that shit.
Watch out, Avengers.
Yeah, watch out.
Thanos is coming.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anything else.
Dead ass. Like, for real. So, but anyways, I am cheering for all things not Scott Snyder. Zack Snyder. Sorry, Scott Snyder's great. Zack Snyder. I'm cheering for anything not Zack Snyder.
Yeah. So, Mad Charger Gaming and Mountain Stream. Yeah, the cast stuff is probably... Man. I mean, I'm not even really...
I'm trying.
Keep it 100. I'm not worried about that. I saw the trailers. They fucked that. It's a waste. It's kind of like how I felt about, what's it called? oh shit, I forget her name now. Molly in Runaways. Where it was like, it's just, you just missed. And sometimes people try to do, creative editing.
Yeah.
And you miss everything that made that what it was.
Absolutely.
And I think you could tell by the casting of both characters. I knew that before I even tapped into Runaways. Like, I saw the casting and I was like, perfect. What the fuck is this?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And Cass is that character right now.
At times like this, I have to remind myself, this is not my Cassie. And
this is no one's Cass.
I'm hoping to be okay
Take
with
the
that.
C out.
Yeah. Well, here's my thing. People are saying, oh, well, your characters are not always going to be the characters, blah, 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 blah. No. There's nothing about this that is Cassandra Cain. There's nothing about this. This little girl could have been named anything. And she didn't have to be Cassandra Cain because we could have still got Cassandra. We could have had both. This goes to my saying, why can't there be more than one Asian person?
Yep.
Why is there only one?
Yep.
There can be only one. That's stupid. This goes back to my Ned Genki argument. People say, oh, Ned is just Genki. So, why can't Miles have Genki?
Yep.
Well,
this is what I hate. And do you ever watch Parks and Rec?
Not a lot of it, but I know about it.
Okay, there was an episode, and this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. There's an episode of Ron Swanson.
Wait, June said the stream went offline.
Stream went offline? Shouldn't. It says we're online.
Oh, he just deleted it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Maybe it was just hers. So, this episode of Ron Swanson is talking to Rob Lowe's character, and they're going to the steakhouse, and it turns out the steakhouse is closed, right?
Okay.
Ron Swanson's really upset because he really wanted a fucking steak, right? And then Rob Lowe tells him, don't worry, we'll go to my house, and I'll make you a steak. And Ron Swanson's like, thank you. I really want a steak. He's like, I got a grill. We'll do that, right? So they're sitting there grilling, doing whatever. Ron Swanson's having a drink. He's all happy. He's in a great fucking mood. And then he goes over. He's like, let me see what you got on. He's like, let me see these steaks you're cooking. He's like, what the fuck are these? He's like, oh, well, it's a portobello mushroom. All the protein of a steak is just like a steak. And he's like, exactly. Like, why the fuck would you do that? Why would you tell me that I'm going to have a steak? Why would you tell me I'm getting Cassandra Cain and then give me something that's not Cassandra Cain
at all?
Like, you have to understand why people would be mad about that. Don't give me that
I
bullshit
think that's
about...
valid. I think that's valid.
Don't give me that bullshit about, oh, well, it's not always going to be the same. Look, if you don't tell me it's one thing and give me another, you have to understand I'm going to be justifiably upset. Don't get me wrong, the next thing could be good, but it's not what I expected.
Exactly.
It's not what you told me it was going to be.
Exactly.
These are established characters.
Yes.
They have story. They already have origins. Anytime you take and twist that, you're giving me something different.
Absolutely. Now, someone hit me with the, well, look at what happened to Yondu. Stop right there. Let me correct that for you. Here's the deal. I have nothing against changing it if you make it better. I think that Yondu's a great example of that. I think that Star-Lord is a great example of that. And so on and so forth. But what is those two, what makes them different? Star-Lord and Yondu both did not have solid fan bases. And they did not have ongoing solo series that developed that fan base. So, yeah, they could have been changed to anything. And it's fine. With this Cassie, they didn't make her better. They pretty much took away the one thing that people actually loved about it. Was that she could fuck everybody up. So that's gone. And she's not even going to be Batgirl. So, like, the two things that people really liked about her are now gone.
Yeah.
So you can't get on people for this one.
Well, even with that, like I say, people are going to wait to see if it's better or not.
It won't be.
But that's what I'm saying is, even with the Star-Lord and stuff, people still had judgments.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, they got the fat dude from fucking, they got the fat dude from Parks and Rec. I always tell people, you know, and I might tweet about it. I was thinking about this. You know,
we are dark as fuck on this caffeine one. I got to get a new camera for the caffeine side.
Yeah, we are black as shit. We're trying this new thing out, and we're just black as fuck on it. Let me see. What did June said? you know what Jim said on here? Did y'all have a problem with race bending, gender bending, the ancient one?
Yeah, initially. I did.
I think Kaiju nailed it. Yes, I didn't like it. However, I get why they did it. I don't have to agree with shit for me to say, yeah, but I see what you guys tried to do there. They need Asia. Well, they need China, and China has rules. China has things they don't want to see.
Yeah.
And the rules have to change.
Well, they don't have to change.
Well, they have to. To be shown in China.
That's the beauty of it. They don't have to. Marvel made a choice.
Yeah.
And you have to understand, like with every choice, just like I was saying, these choices can and will come with criticism.
Absolutely.
And if you don't make it better with these changes, you have to understand and let people be mad about that. Like Taz said with the Cassandra Cain, you made a change that people didn't, aren't expecting. So if you don't deliver and this character isn't good, people aren't going to be fucking happy. Because you're literally hurting the character's brand. Like, the character shouldn't be that much different. Aquaman's a good example. When DC did Rebirth, they should have changed Aquaman to look like Jason Momoa. Because you were Jason Momoa since 2018. I have yet to hear any legitimate Aquaman slander.
I can agree.
Put respect on his name, but you didn't change him up in the other medium. So now you have one badass medium of Aquaman, and then you have the same kind of dude.
Yeah. And that's another thing Kaiju said. Ancient One was Tibetan, the way they were flying China. And Jim said China equals no Skull, spirits equals no MCU Ghost Rider. Let me stop you right there. We can get Ghost Rider, just not a movie about him. I see MCU getting Ghost Rider as a TV show. I see it on ABC because they're already saying we're going to be doing ABC shows. But you got to understand, business. Let's put our business hats on. Business hats on. Why would Marvel make shows not on Disney Plus? There has to be a reason why it's not on Disney Plus. Ghost Rider is popular. Ghost Rider has a fan base. Disney still wants to add shit to ABC. But the first thing they had to do was get rid of all the Jeff Loeb shit. All the Jeff Loeb shit had to go. So now the Jeff Loeb shit is gone. Okay. They keep saying we're going to be doing ABC shows. What a great way to bring in Ghost Rider. And people keep saying, I don't see Ghost Rider on ABC. Nigga, you already did. What? That is the stupidest thing. I said that and people were like, I don't see them doing that. I don't see them putting Ghost Rider on ABC. You did already.
They literally had that, yeah.
You literally watched them on ABC.
Or they obviously didn't watch that show.
Which is fine.
I prefer a series. Ghost Rider needs a series. Most of the Ghost Rider stuff doesn't have... Like, Ghost Rider doesn't have a lot of big villains. He has a villain that could send him on a lot of different missions.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean? But his rogue gallery ain't all that big.
No, not at all. I see... You gotta say it like this. Ghost Rider is basically like Buffy. It's like Supernatural.
Yeah.
It's like this nigga goes and fights monsters and fights demons that gotta be sent back to hell.
He's Demon Blade.
Nailed it. Now here's the deal. Feige now runs MCU TV. You know how you guys watch the MCU TV shows and said, hey, how come they're never in the films? Thank Jeff Loeb for that. Jeff Loeb was like, nah, I want my niggas over here. Because Jeff Loeb and Feige couldn't come to the same accord. If you notice...
That's why they wrapped that up in Endgame and said, oh yeah, it's connected.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now here's the deal. I see what's happening here.
Okay.
When you become the most wanted man in Hollywood, you get what you want. Like, they will make a way to get for that person to get what they want. And that's what happened with Feige. So Feige's basically seeing what these other niggas, you know, the people who do not have the same amount of credibility. He's seeing what they're doing, and he's like, nah, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
I want to do it this way. And people are like, wait, I don't want to do it that way. He's like, well, I'm the boss.
Yeah. Hey, you remember Infinity War? You remember Endgame?
Yeah.
You know that whole box office record thing I got?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody in the room, you can shut up.
Yeah. Now, people don't agree with it, and that's fine. My thing is, he has not let me down yet.
Yeah.
Like, I got to roll with what I know and not what I hope.
Yeah,
I hope.
Because I can tell you, in 2008, if you would have told me that you could make a movie about the B-list ass Avengers and it would be bigger than any movie ever released,
Yep.
I would have laughed at you.
Absolutely.
And that man did that.
Yeah, he did the goddamn thing.
So, I mean, if you had told me Avengers would be bigger than Justice League, I'd have laughed at you.
I hope they give Justice League another shot. I hope they do. But
give it another shot way down the road. Give us the Justice Society first.
JSA?
I want the Justice
Hey,
Society
listen, man.
because it's easier to do that, and you can still incorporate because you can do a little bit of the future forward. You can give Batman his universe, right, with Harley, with all those characters. You kind of solidify that in the present time, and then Wonder Woman and Aquaman could be at virtually any time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Aquaman, they didn't really establish how old, his dad was, so he can be at any time in probably the past, like 50 years, 50, 60 years. So it's like, you have a lot of play you could do with the JSA. You could do Watchmen tie-ins if you wanted to. Like, you have a lot of fun with that.
I've said on this podcast, I think JSA should be the future because JSA do not come with the baggage that JLA does. And so you could do more things.
You can do more things. You have a lot of flexibility.
Exactly.
You can do the heroes right now that you have that are kind of popping. Shazam could go back.
Shazam will be on there. Black Adam will be on there.
Black Adam. Wonder Woman, Aquaman.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can fuck around and put Wonder Woman on the team.
Now that you've done the Crisis Infinite Earths crossover, you can give us, what's it called? You can give us, what's the name? Damn it, Stargirl.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
gonna
okay.
be from the
Stargirl.
show. So you have a lot of flexibility.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've got both Flashes having met, which means you can open the door and finally give us somebody other than Barry and give us Jay.
You give a Jay Garrett. We can have a Green Lantern.
We have a Green
We
Lantern
can have
finally.
a Green Lantern on the team. Make him gay, like they were saying. That they're trying to push Alan Scott as gay now.
Yeah.
And JSA just seems to be the way to go.
It's very smart.
Yeah.
It's very smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like you said, you obviously have somebody who can understand the kind of that kind of feel that the JSA universe would give us, given what we just saw with Watchmen. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, JSA would deal with more of the world. We'll deal with, the world's transition, racism. I mean, they deal with crazy shit like that. Just superheroes who deal with that shit.
Absolutely. You hitting me with them weird words there, MTF. He says they don't have the cachet. The state of being respected or admired prestige. They don't have the Rock.
Hey, whoa, no, hold on. You have
They'll
to
have the Rock.
Well, no, you have to understand. In this same exact conversation, guess who also didn't have the prestige at that time? The Avengers.
Guess
It's
who else
earned.
did? Aquaman didn't either.
Aquaman didn't either. That kind of stuff is earned.
If
you do
Aquaman
it
can
right-
get you a Billy,
Yep.
the game has changed. Like, we can't, and I'm not saying MTF is doing this, we can't keep using this won't work conversations. We can't keep using it when we got Aquaman making $1 billion.
Yep. When Ant-Man is a profitable film series about to have a fucking, trilogy. Mm-hmm. Bro, you can't, it don't matter. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I'm just saying, if done well, it could be great. But then again, you could say that about anything, really.
I mean, because in here, let's flip the script. The team that did have the cachet didn't do well. So that ain't all there is to it.
Justice League should have been. That should have been it.
If Justice League doing bad should have still been a bill. That's how big the
Justice League should have done it.
Batman's shittiest movie made $1 billion. Or Batman in the Nolan series, the shittiest one made $1 billion.
Yo, facts. That should have done it. Like that should have been like out the park. Like that's an easy one. Like Justice League, first time Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash in the same screen, and some black dude dressed in tinfoil. That's the first time they've begun to come together. That should be easy. That should be knock out the park. So the fact that it didn't do that, Justice League. Someone said Justice League is so bad that people that liked it aren't even asking for. They want another version. Justice League is so bad, people want to redo.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Bro, you have to think about it. Justice League has two people now who are going to have movies after the Justice League that have nothing to do with them being on or having anything. These motherfuckers said, you know what? We ain't gonna move Wonder Woman all the way forward. Let's just stop her in 1984. I don't even want her to have met these motherfuckers yet.
We good. We good.
We good.
We good.
You know what
we good.
next Wonder Woman's gonna be? 1995. They gonna stop the Wonder Woman series in about 2016. Before she makes.
They said they burned all their goodwill with BBS. I say they burned all their goodwill with Zack Snyder.
Well, and let's keep it 100. I think that Marvel realizes this with the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
You can leave a really bad taste in people's mouths that you need to have time to let it kind of wash out. Mm-hmm. And I think JSA will give them that. We don't need to see the Justice League together again for another 8 to 10 years. We don't fucking need that.
We don't.
Because you're going to get the
them.
Batman. You're going to get Robert Pattinson's probably going to come in here and fucking kill it. And you're going to get You're going to get another 3 Batman movies.
You got Joker making $1 billion.
You got
Aquaman making $1 billion.
Aquaman's gonna need a sequel. He'll probably get a whole trilogy. Wonder Woman gonna get a trilogy.
Looking like Birds of Prey is gonna
Harley
be
Quinn,
good, do well.
So which means they're gonna take Birds of Prey name off and put Harley Quinn in part 2. And you're gonna get a whole bunch of other little shit that
I'm with it.
None of it says we need Justice League. Justice League could build. Throw in a Green Lantern movie. So give us Alan Scott and the JSA so we can start seeing the legacy, and then we get a little different Green Lantern. But build before you get to that Justice League time. You need to throw a Superman movie in there. Mm-hmm. You need to give the Flash his movie finally. I want to see at least like 5 solo movies before I see another Justice League movie, just with the characters that'll be in the Justice League.
Let me say this. Can I get a Flash movie? Can I get Flash? Is that too much to ask for? Why is Flash not on the big screen yet? Why? I said there's been more iterations of Quicksilver on the big screen than Flash. Niggas got mad at me like that was my decision. Niggas got mad at me. And they're like, well, Flash is a better character. Okay. I'm not saying he isn't. Yeah. I'm not saying he is or he isn't.
My only problem is I just don't like what they did. I don't like Snyder's Flash. I don't like...
You don't like Ezra Miller?
I don't like Ezra Miller as Barry.
As Flash, yes.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not even as Flash. If he was Wally, I would give less of a shit. I would be like, I get it. I get it. Even if he didn't have the red hair. I would be like, you know what? I get it. It's cool. That would rock with me, especially given the performance. But you're not Barry. Like, let's keep it 100. Grant Gustin does a good job playing the Barry from the comic book. Like, he's inquisitive, he's thoughtful, he seems like he'd be a fucking detective and work with the cops. Like, he's not goofy, he's not corny, he's not a fanboy, he doesn't tell jokes. That's not who Barry Allen was. It's never been who Barry Allen was. Mm-hmm. Barry Allen was the detective. Wally West is the kid that got superpowers.
I agree.
That's who Ezra, channeled into.
Ezra's interpretations of Barry Allen as a wannabe Peter Parker. I definitely remember when they straight up said that we wanted Flash to be our Peter Parker. That's what they wanted him to be on the show, in the movie. They wanted him to be the Peter Parker. And I remember when they hired the same guys who wrote Homecoming to do the Flash movie. Like, they're like, we want him to be our Peter Parker.
And that's perfectly fine if he's Wally West. And that's why, once again, doing something, doing more, where, like, what they should have done is they should have had where, you have, like, you maybe started him being the second Flash. So started him having had a mentor who died. And you don't know how he died. He died and something happened. We were fighting on this crime. We were caught in a time stream somehow. You just kind of swirling Crisis of Infinite Earths where you guys got sucked into an event. You came out with powers. He's gone, and you're trying to pick up the pieces.
Absolutely.
And now you're the Flash.
I'm fucking with all of it. But you just reminded me when we were talking about like the different universes and multiverses. So it was hinted, and I keep saying hinted because that's important because that means it's not facts. It's just maybe this could happen. That America Chavez will be introduced in Doctor Strange too.
Okay.
Now this pissed a lot of people off for some reason.
Well, she punches guys, and she's Latino and represents America. No wall could stop her.
And she's gay. That's important.
Look, yeah, I get. See, it's hard for me because I'm like, that's irrelevant to me.
No, it's irrelevant to me
but
too.
It's funny because I always think like, yeah, that is important to some people.
To some people it is. To a lot of people it is. Like I said it once, I said it a billion times. I can't wait till the world finds out that there's a gay Latina powerful superhero who's gay and named America.
who really do not give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't. What up, Elijah? Thank you for joining us. So people got pissed.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, well, this is supposed to be about Doctor Strange. What is the name of the second Doctor Strange movie?
They haven't announced it yet.
No, the name of the Doctor Strange movie.
Oh, and the Multiverse of Madness.
What's that first part? The what?
Multiverse.
Multiverse, right?
Multiverse.
America Chavez, what is her power?
One of her powers is
one of her powers.
To be able to punch through dimensions or universes.
So what the fuck is the problem? What the fuck is the problem? What's the problem? The Multiverse of Madness, we got a character whose power is I can go between multiverses.
Right. But
what's the issue?
There's a white male lead that people have attached onto. Adding in characters that are diverse somehow sullies that whiteness.
Derek didn't even drop clues to the idea.
And she's a female.
No, that's important. People didn't have an issue with that.
No, they don't. They don't. Like I said, MCU been introducing characters for a long fucking time. Let's keep it a buck. Even for the DC fucking fans. BVS introduced Wonder Woman. Did they not?
I'm just saying. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Here's the deal.
We don't introduce characters?
I have a question for everybody. Since when did other superheroes showing up in superhero films equal to a bad thing? When did we start doing it? I'm trying to think. Falcon showed up in Ant-Man.
And Captain America.
And in Captain America.
He's introducing Captain America.
No,
now he got a show. Winter Soldier. They were introducing the same movie.
Listen, man. Doctor Strange was mentioned in Winter Soldier. I remember I lost my shit in the theater when that dude was naming off all those people they were looking at, and one of them said Doctor Strange. He said Doctor Strange. I stood up in my chair. I was like, and everybody in the theater was like, "What the fuck is this dude's problem?" Because no one knew who Doctor Strange was at the time. Yeah. I stood up in my chair and I was like, "Let's go!"
Dude, you remember
Doctor Strange, nigga, let's go!
Because you remember, and this is where I have to give Fox their little bit of credit. I remember when Fox was the first one to start dropping little things like that, little mentions in the side. Mm-hmm. You remember they started talking about like Gambit and like news feeds, Dr. Hank McCoy, who we didn't get till later. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like when you are a fan and you see those little drops, that kind of shit's hype. They introduce other characters before, and I mean, if you're a fan, it's good.
I'm sick. CJ said, well, Civil War had the Avengers. It was still Cap focused. Yeah, exactly. I'm sick and tired of it was Avengers 3, 2.5.
Cap chases his homie.
I'm sick of that because everything that was done in the film was because of Captain America. He had the most screen time. It was about him. Everyone said, what about Spider-Man? Iron Man got Spider-Man to fight Cap.
And let's keep it 100. Spider-Man didn't get much screen time.
He really didn't.
He was there for like a talking scene and a fight with Tony, who's the antagonist of the movie.
Exactly. No, exactly. Absolutely. Don't name Rob said Black Panther was great in Civil War. Let me say something controversial. I prefer him in Civil War
Makes sense.
over the Black Panther movie. I think that if someone came to me and said, I've never seen any of these MCU films, but I'm interested in this Black Panther film, what film would I tell him to watch first? I would tell him Civil War.
No.
8 times before breakfast. I would tell him Civil War.
And you know, one of the beautiful things I thought about Black Panther, I don't think I mentioned before, is it's one of the few movies that rather than go back in time after we've met the character and give us his origin story, they kind of give you the origin story, but after the introduction.
Right.
So all the events when you met him have already happened, but you're introducing the character in the future. So you don't have to double back. You know what I mean? Which is a kind of cool way to do that. You don't see a lot of movies do that. Normally it's like, oh no, we're going to go back a few years.
Right,
We're going to redo, this whole piece.
Mount Stream said, I would the same for Spider-Man. Yeah, I would too. Civil War. Spider-Man in Civil War and Infinity War was just done better to me than in his solo films. But I really liked Far From Home as well. But yeah, that's just me. That's just what I feel about it.
And I think that kind of plays to the comic books in the sense that there are some characters who feel better on teams and feel worse in their solo books. Like for example, Deadpool. To me, Deadpool's a character that always needs other people to play off of.
Okay.
By Deadpool self, he's just miserable, sad.
Do we feel that same way with Harley Quinn?
Yeah, to me, yes. I think most slapstick characters need a company character, just like a Bart Allen. I could never see a solo film about a Bart Allen.
I mean, the Impulse. No, that's not a good example. I was gonna say the Impulse book, but I was like, but in every issue, he was there with someone else.
Even think about Wally.
He
They had to
someone
change
else.
Wally a little bit when he got his own book. He couldn't be as impulsive.
Well
know?
done.
But I
well
think
done.
characters need that.
Now
You
I'm
have to have
tired.
that.
I'm tired of the Cap movie was an Avengers 2.5 film argument because I could say out of every single trilogy in the MCU, Captain America's every single one of them moved the needle
I can see that.
for the MCU. Now the first Avenger, we're introduced to the Tesseract.
Yep.
The Tesseract, which led to the Avengers. Loki was said to get the Tesseract. That led to everyone being like, what the fuck? So there's these powerful things around here. Was the Tesseract the first Infinity Stone introduced?
To my understanding, yes.
Move the needle.
Yeah.
Second film, we get Winter Soldier. We find out.
No. Oh, yeah. Tesseract
I think it was the Tesseract.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. Because, it was the Cap movie when they had it because it was in the Cosmic Cube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then that happened. And then, in the second film, was the fall of S.H.I.E.L.D. That fucked up everything. That changed all this type of shit.
Changed the game. Yep.
Yeah.
And then the emergence of the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Which led to a lot of discovery. A lot of uncovering about what was going on.
Jim said they didn't show any stones in Thor 1. Well, I think there was one. There was one in Loki's scepter, but I don't think they knew that that's what that was.
Did Loki still have a scepter in Thor 1? So I don't remember Loki.
Did Thanos give him the scepter?
I thought he got the scepter from Thanos in them. Because I don't remember him having the scepter in Thor 1.
You might be right.
Yeah,
somebody look into that for us real quick. Yes, it's Thor 1, but then the guy said, wait, no, I'm wrong. Yeah, I think so. Cat's movie solidified that the arc reactor was Tesseract based. There you go. Jim said, yeah, Thanos gave it to him. He didn't get his scepter till Avengers. Okay, well, there you go. So, okay. So, the first Cat movie introduces us to the Infinity Stones. The first one does that.
Yep,
without actually doing it. But the first one was the Tesseract.
Yep.
Which, at that time, we thought was the Cosmic Cube.
Yep.
I was like, that's just the Cosmic Cube.
That was dope though. I thought when what's it called, Thanos just crushes it.
Oh yeah, he just
Because you think about like what that really means in comics. Because Thanos' first appearance, he's going for the Cosmic Cube, and then later down the line you see him. He goes for the Infinity Gem. So it's almost like he's crushing old ambition.
So wait.
The next.
Mountain Stream says no way. Thor 1 had the Tesseract in the post-credit scene. You're right, but however, Cap's movie was all about the Tesseract. Like they found it after they found Cap. Or maybe not. Either way, Cap's movie helped push things down the line. The second one was, the fall of S.H.I.E.L.D. that led all the way into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., blah, 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 blah. Then the third film changed the whole MCU completely.
Yeah, it's weird too because both of those movies came out in 2011. Mm-hmm. So it's like they really just came out around the same time. What was the date on that?
God, looking at him in the first Thor movie, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
He was crazy.
But he looked good.
2011.
Okay, May. No, I was saying what month? May, because Captain America came out in June. So yeah, I guess we got the first peek at it in Thor in the post-credit scene, and then we were introduced to it, like you're saying, in Cap. Because in Cap, we found out what it could do.
Right.
And we found out when it first showed up, because remember, Nick Fury is in the future.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So yeah, and the third movie just changed everything. Like Captain America is now a fugitive.
Yeah.
Ant-Man, Hawkeye, like these guys are all like fugitives now.
They disassembled the Avengers, as MTF just said. MTF said they broke up the Avengers. Yeah, they disassembled the Avengers, which is the entire reason why Thanos was able to be as successful as he was when he hit Earth, because you had a split team. That's what Iron Man was so upset about in Part 2. Said you'd be there. You weren't there. Motherfucker, you was hunting me down like a dog. How about I be there?
From my CJ says, from my understanding, Falcon and Winter Soldier still has the Accords in effect. They haven't been torn down.
Yeah.
They haven't been like.
And it's funny though because I know a lot of people give Disassembled some shit about the storyline, but there were some very interesting things that they did moving from Disassembled to the Superhero Registration Act. Mm-hmm. And you have to understand that with the Superhuman Registration Act, or the Sokovia Accords as they're called now, you do have a very realistic issue for anybody who's human. Mm-hmm. I mean, we all look at the superhero world and we think that'd be a cool world to live in because you automatically think you got superhero powers.
Right.
Try to be a human in that world. Mm-hmm. And think about like, oh yeah, you could be running around thinking like, oh, I'm going to stop this criminal and this dude who was fucking snatching somebody's purse. You know what I mean? Yeah. You blow up a building for and kill like 90 people. Like, who answers for that? You can't just, people got to be able to rethink acting that recklessly, especially when you talk about superpowers. I mean, look at Captain Marvel. If she fuck around, she could literally level a quarter of the planet.
Mm-hmm. Big facts only, big facts. I agree 100%. People need to stop bitching.
Sorry, I read what Streets wrote.
Streets always has to show up and say something about Lizzo.
It said Lizzo gonna be Mojo in the MCU.
That's fucked up.
Stop. You know why it doesn't work?
Why?
Mojo can't twerk. He ain't got no ass. He's just
he has no ass to work with.
He's just a glob, bro.
He has no
he
ass
can't twerk. He can't
to
be Lizzo.
work with.
Lizzo needs to carry like a twerk.
Oh, god damn it. So, oh shit, that's just crazy. So, I do want to.
No, hold up. Let's be real though. If they're all together in Infinity War, they would have still lost. That is incorrect, and here's why. Everybody's like Captain Marvel's what turned the tide. Wanda would have still been on deck. Wanda showed that she could have served Thanos up on his own, and it wasn't. And second Thanos came with the bigger military. First Thanos pulled up with just some homies. Mm-hmm. Obviously. I mean, Okoye fucked up, Corvus Glaive.
Yeah, he just...
The Avengers, by themselves, handled the Black Order with little difficulty. Wanda could have taken Thanos. So, the Avengers absolutely together could have handled that problem. Because Thanos didn't pull up with the whole shit, until the end when he got to Wakanda. They would have first pulled up, Black Order wiped, Thanos would have pulled up behind him with less stones, and Thanos, Wanda would have murdered Thanos.
Wanda was too emotional in Infinity War.
Well, keep in mind, Thanos would have had to pull up a lot sooner if they weren't split. Thanos was fighting the war on multiple fronts by the time he had everything and pulled up. Not only that, but they would have also, Vision would have been under better protection with everybody there instead of split teams.
This is absolutely
because remember, Tony and all of them would have been together. So would a Doctor Strange have been together by that point. Matter of fact, they might never have met Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange probably wouldn't have pulled up with them, and he might not have the time gem.
Yeah.
Like you gotta imagine. A lot of that movie played the way it did because they were split.
Absolutely. I agree. MTS says Black Widow is set before Infinity War. Yeah.
And Wanda held him off with one hand pretty well while destroying an Infinity Stone and the Gauntlet. Imagine she had two hands.
Well, we saw what happened when she had two hands. We saw what happened when he had her undivided attention.
And not only that, but Thor would have probably also had backup for the Avengers and probably not just been floating through space with, that whole... I mean, things would have happened. I bet the whole Ragnarok, the whole Avengers team would have probably pulled up with Thor. You know what I mean? Oh, you got problems on Asgard? Nigga,
all right,
send a bridge.
We pulling up.
Send the rainbow, bro.
Send the rainbow.
Send the rainbow, bro.
Send the rainbow.
I mean, you gotta think that them working together gave them a lot of play together. But it is what it is. Tis what it is.
It is what it is.
And like Strange said, it can only happen one way.
Yeah, put that one finger up. The one finger up.
You gon' die, nigga.
Who is Owen Wilson playing in Loki?
Okay, so I had an interesting thought about this.
For those who don't know, Owen Wilson is officially being cast in the Loki show.
Okay, I had a thought about this, and this is just for the humor and dopeness of the show. Based off something MTF had kind of mentioned. So MTF had imagined the show being Loki kind of telling tales and stories about where, past lives and everything. So here's what I was thinking. What if the show starts out with Loki on Earth, no Asgard, trying to just fit in and not being able to, mesh. So he goes and sees a therapist. The therapist is Owen Wilson. So Owen Wilson, because he's got the kind of comedy, he's got that unique voice, he starts asking him questions. So Loki starts telling him, narrating stories of tales to this random fucking human who's having his mind blown about what it is. Because you know how Owen Wilson is very good at that. Whoa, stop. The fuck is a Journey? What's a frost giant? What's this? But
the Bifrost.
But he'd basically be playing us as the viewer. We're okay, you need to explain some of this stuff to me because he's not from this world. But basically, I would imagine him playing his therapist through it. Where I think that would be a kind of cool thing where Loki's narrating the story, but he's narrating it to Owen Wilson, and Owen Wilson's interjecting and kind of giving us a play on, well, this is why, and tying it all back to Thor and his relationship with his brother. But also being a dick and asking, who's this Thor guy? He sounds great.
Now, here's who I think. I think he's Dr. Donald Blake.
You think so?
I think he's Donald Blake.
Yeah, that's a little, I don't know, because, Thor's going out to space. Thor's with the Guardians. Why are we going to get
But at
the same time, Dr. Donald Blake could be a therapist. There you go.
And Dr. Donald Blake is in the MCU. Remember they found that coat or something? In the first Thor movie? The dude's last name was Blake. What if he's Dr. Mojo? Stop bringing up Mojo. Street.
Mojo put him to Lakers.
Oh, shit. I'm just saying.
What was it called? MTF says, my theory is that he's playing unreliably narrated Thor.
I'm not with it. Mountain Street said he was Jan's ex. Was he? Improving sexuality. People want Loki to be gender fluid, gay.
I feel like he's going to be Loki's love interest, improve his sexuality. You know what? I don't want Loki to bother with a love interest. He has better shit to do.
He is burdened with glorious purpose.
Yep. Let's keep it. Let's keep it 100. I know a lot of people want, the sexuality to be identified and all those stuff, but I can we just have people do superhero shit? I mean, because I don't care if he's straight, gay, gender fluid, whatever. I don't give a fuck if we don't ever get laid. I mean, the motherfucker is a fucking ice giant in small size.
Yes, he's a
That's
midget.
who Loki is.
He's a midget
Right?
ice giant.
So I don't give a fuck what he does. Let's keep it 100. Technically, in the books, he fucks a wolf to have fucking Hela.
This is true.
So in reality, he's into bestiality, and I'd rather not go down that road.
All
Okay?
these guys are into fucking animals. I learned that from reading all these books.
See that griffin over there?
Shit. Like, they just trying to smash these fucking animals, yo.
I mean, come on.
All of
yo.
it, all of it,
Yeah,
all of
leave
it.
that griffin alone. That's why some of these things are extinct. You fuck them to death. Zeus fucking is spanking it with lightning. Fuck all that.
You have an answer.
You hear they may be casting for Sarah?
That's good. That's something I'm interested in.
I would love for Doctor Strange to break the multiverse and we get multiple Lokis in one show.
I can see that happening. I can see
like you
Loki
said,
showing up.
We get Owen Wilson should be the gay version of Loki, and then we get the kid version of Loki, and then we get we get like all possibilities exist within Loki.
What if he's like a different form of Loki?
Oh, or have the universe affect Loki in a different way and split his personalities into different ones.
I'm okay with all of this as long as it's good.
Split him into different beings. Yeah.
I'm with it. They said that
I think
I
I'll
would
have a
take.
love interest, but she'll be a human. No,
I think take them real quick.
she
don't
should
get
be
me
a
wrong.
hammer or nothing.
Take the May out. I'm like 99% sure we're getting Sarah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I think they should cast what the fuck is her name? Black girl. Who? She was on Orange is the New Black. She was.
There's a lot of them.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Whole section.
She was she's transgender.
Oh, starts with an L.
Someone tell us in the feed.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I like her.
Yeah.
I like her.
Get her.
I like
Get her
her.
to play the role.
Oh shit.
Get her to play the role.
Oh, somebody I think said it.
Vanessa.
No, neither of those names.
Grace Jones.
Neither.
Y'all niggas is wrong as fuck.
Something Cox. Yeah, it's like Lakeisha Cox or La Vie, something like that.
Type in trends.
Cox.
I think Elijah said it.
Laverne.
Cox, Laverne Cox.
I knew it was something. Laverne Cox. Yeah, Laverne. Thank you. Thank you to those who have participated. Epic Smite, Alyssa, and MTF.
Laverne Cox. She's a big woman. She looks like a fucking Asgardian. Get her in the.
That could be some funny dialogue too, and be like, "What part of you are me?" It'd be like, "I'm the giant part of the frost that you didn't get." You'd be like,
Damn. I'm okay with it. I'm fine. What MCU show you guys excited for? Yes.
He said yes. Right now, I like characters like this, so right now I'm most excited for Loki. Out of the currently announced MCU shows, I think that'll be great. But I also want, I've been wanting a Tales from the Crypt like show from Mephisto. I think that it would be dope have Mephisto basically tell just fucked up. You remember that movie? I think it was called Wishmaster. Back in the day.
Oh shit! I think.
Yeah, he was like an evil genie.
Yeah, Wes Craven did that.
Yeah, Wes Craven's like. I'd want Loki to be like that, where he goes and finds people and they ask for what they want most, and just do fucked up, twisted ways.
Yeah.
Of doing them dirty, and him narrating the tales and lessons of what it is, and then you could tie that into Ghost Rider, Silver Surfer in some ways. Like some of my favorite toys, you know what I mean, are. Bigger, but this is him dealing with.
Give me a Dora Milaje show. I'd be 100% okay with that.
They should revive Living Signal with the Dora Milaje.
Maxine.
Well, because you have to think about it. With the Wakandan University, there has to be groups of them moving in to Oakland. You have them getting an apartment in Oakland and living. They have no natural hair products at the store.
living single in Oakland, it would be crazy. Living single with Spears in Oakland would be fucking nuts.
Turn down that radio. Just hit it with
Hey, listen. Cut the check. I'd watch it. I'd fucking watch it. I'd be okay with that.
living Dora.
Living
Malachi
Malachi.
kind of world. I'm glad I got my girls.
Keep your head up. Keep your head up.
Keep your head bald.
Anyway, I think right now, Falcon and the Winter Soldier has my interest. I saw how the god John Walker's looking. He looks fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're putting their foot in that one.
I could see Black Widow tying into Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Someone has to teach him how to throw the shield.
Teach who?
John Walker.
Okay.
Are they gonna hire me?
Interesting. Well, I mean, have you healed up after the Black Widow movie?
Hey, listen.
Your power ain't accelerated healing.
I'm making it out of there. They be stupid to kill me off on that one.
Not unscathed.
Not unscathed. Oh, well, I'm gonna survive, just like Ghost did. And Ant-Man and Wasp. Which is great, by the way. Walker does look great.
Walker does look great. But, yeah, no, it'd be interesting. But then again, I mean, you're going to start just announcing characters and shows. That's never been done before.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't just do that.
You can't just bring up a character.
Y'all
ridiculous.
think Yelena's showing up? I mean, they could. Like, they're already saying these films are gonna have movie budgets. So I could see characters from movies showing up.
If the Mandalorian is any indication, yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be high level shit.
MTS says y'all think this Thunderbolts thing is a go.
What's up, Leo?
What's up, Leo? Are you on Twitter? Let us know what your Twitter handle is. And follow us and all that shit.
Yeah.
But
follow us. That's
yeah,
family.
if you don't already. Y'all think the Thunderbolts thing is a go? Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Thunderbolts is a go.
I think Thunderbolts is a go. I think that they're gonna do what Suicide Squad should have done.
Okay.
And I'm perfectly okay with that. Multiverse of Madness, I honestly think that with Multiverse, we're gonna get characters back from other multiverses.
I think what they're going to do with the Multiverse of Madness is we're going to get some connections between what we're going to see on the Disney Plus stuff and what we're going to see in the movies. And like Taz said, I think we're going to we might get some characters from other universes and just different actors.
Mountain Stream, where do you live? You said we get Disney Plus in this area this summer. So he might not.
Yeah, where are you from?
He probably Canada or something. Yeah,
this non-worldwide, it's weird
That's
when I think
weird.
about it, because it's like, it's the internet. How you gonna tell people, no, not on the internet over here? The whole point is so you can get it everywhere.
Oh shit, he's in Sweden. Oh shit.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, shout out to Sweden.
I feel bad. I almost want to, like, re-stream Disney Plus for people. Be like, here you go, man. What do you want me to click on?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Mountain Stream got it. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's seen some shit.
Well, they wonder why people be pirating. Be like, you telling me it's available, I just can't have it?
That just, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the business. I don't want to get into it because I don't know the business part. Like, why is Disney Plus not in Sweden? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like you said, it's the internet.
Yeah.
So there has to be something else. Like, maybe there's some kind of rules. Yeah. I'm afraid of Disney, so I don't want to pirate.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I don't blame you.
That's a rough one. Disney ruthless. MTF said, I think it's going to... I don't think it's going to copy Suicide in terms of Thunderbolts. I think they're going to have the heroes be secret supervillains.
Oh, so you're thinking they're going original Thunderbolts, like the original point of it.
I personally think that we're gonna get something slightly in between what we've seen with the Thunderbolts, and I think that they're just gonna be the government funded superhero team, and the ones who
slightly sketchy past, not totally super villains, but they're the team that you don't want to show up. They're kind of like the superheroes and the boys, where it's like, you're about the press, you're about the look, you're about doing what,
God, that show was so good.
Yeah.
Oh man. Boy.
I see it like that, but I do like the idea of them being secret supervillains. The only problem
I like
is,
that too.
it depends on who they put on the squad. Like, if they start putting, like, Winter Soldier and people like that on the squad, then, I think MTF's right.
Can we go Dark Avengers with it?
With the Thunderbolts?
Get them rebranded. Rebranded the names. And
well,
say...
Yeah.
It's just an idea. Just thought. I do think
I'm saying, yeah. Because, if you look, especially if you look at what they do with John Walker, that's exactly that.
That's what I'm saying. Get John Walker. Fucking Helmet's there.
You think they're going to give him the serum and everything?
Well, John Walker didn't have the serum.
No, but you think they're going to find a way to... just for the show. Because you got to think about it. If you don't have the serum, then it's like, Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier should pretty fuck you up pretty bad.
Oh, shit.
It should be a very long fight.
Not a Taskmaster trains him. Just saying.
June, take an ass whooping gracefully?
June said, what's the difference between Thunderbolts and Dark Avengers? Dark Avengers was government funded. Dark Avengers was basically, what's his name?
Norman Osborn.
Norman Osborn, thank you.
Yeah.
Norman Osborn was basically running America. So you know what? I'm going to make my own Avengers team.
Well, and not only that, but you also have the fact that the Avengers all wore masks during that period. So people didn't know who all of them were. Mm-hmm. So he put different people in the same masks. Mm-hmm. So the public believed, no, you guys have Wolverine. You guys have Hawkeye. You guys have, all these. Yeah, Spider-Man. He literally dressed all of them up as the actual Avengers and said they're the same people.
Yeah, I like to see Carol versus Carol. Oh, man, I want Moonstone. Moonstone is awesome. I like Moonstone. I think she's a great villain. I think that she should be used more. It was Norman Osborn's middle finger to the Avengers. Yeah, basically, Songbird is supposed to be in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I hope they cast a Jewish actress, because that's one of those characters that her Jewish background was a lot of the reason why she did what she did. I like Songbird. I hope they use her more often. Dark Avengers will be an opportunity to introduce Casper Cole. I'm hearing Elijah Bradley for Winter Soldier and Falcon. That name's being thrown around a lot. I don't know if the world's ready for that. Oh shit! Because what a way to reintroduce the serum.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait to hear the hot takes on that one.
MTF, they said Black Panther and the Dark Avengers. MTF said T'Challa's pretty dark already. Well, yes. No arguments there. Moonstone's one of the greatest villains ever. I love Moonstone. Well, and someone asked me who Moonstone is. I said, imagine if you take. How do I explain this? Take Emma Frost, combine her with Harley Quinn, and give her Captain Marvel's powers. Well, she had a mixture of Captain Marvel and Vision's powers. Because she could make things phase, and she's had a bunch of powers. She's had a bunch of shit powers.
What can he do? Bunch of shit?
A bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Wasn't there an ownership dispute? What do you mean, Tracy? Tell me more. What about Angela? Do you think we're ever going to get Angela in the MCU? I think that Valkyrie is just Angela.
Yeah.
I think Valkyrie's just
Angela. At this point, I don't see... Well, at this point, I think that we could get Angela along with Valkyrie. So if Valkyrie gets her own shit, then I think you're going to have her uncover more Valkyries.
Okay.
And I think with that, we'll probably get Brumilda. We'll get Angela.
They're saying another Valkyrie should be showing up sometime.
Yeah, and I think that's what they'll do. We'll either get a flashback to when she was with other Valkyries, in which case we'll get to see some of them, or we'll get a few of them survive along with her. Because you got to think, I mean, she was just on the outskirts of the universe. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in this little pocket, nexus and just chilling and fighting. So the other Valkyries probably went and did the same, So maybe going, wouldn't be surprised to come across one of the other Valkyries in a Captain Marvel movie or something. On another planet. Like we said, just like we could come across Beta Ray Bill.
Well, Beta Ray, I wonder how they're going to do Beta Ray. And I got to tell people, he's not going to be our Beta Ray.
Well, he could.
Well, no, he can't be because he's already Beta Ray Bill. Well, he hasn't fought. Talk to me.
You forget, Thor's over 1,500 years old. Beta Ray Bill could have got all that when Asgard was still there and left to go help his homeworld.
I don't
and
think
you gotta think like what already Captain Marvel has done. Captain Marvel was off Earth for a long fucking time.
You're not wrong.
After she was Captain Marvel,
I just don't see them doing it the same way. As in, he'll still have the powers. I don't see that it'll be him fighting Thor for the hammer.
No, I don't think they need to do that.
Okay,
that's
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying is they could have already met. They could have already fought. All that could have happened in the past, and we just come across. Yeah, I know Thor. I have a history with Thor. We get a little bit of a flashback scene, and you move on. This is why I have this hammer, this technically, as Jane described it, Asgardian technology infused with magic. Thor is a friend of mine. Any friend of Thor's is my friend.
I need that. I'm a Beta Ray fan. I like Beta Ray.
So that way you don't have to go through the whole thing because Asgard's already destroyed, which makes it harder to get better. Then you don't have to worry about changing him much because you can say Asgard's been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Him running across the Corbinite and doing this is just one of his many adventures. When we met Thor, the motherfucker's pulling up on frost giants.
Yeah.
For fun.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So what weapon will Beta Ray have? Beta Ray has a hammer like Stormbreaker. He doesn't have to have one called Stormbreaker, but you give him a hammer. Because we already know there's a forge.
And one of the dudes is still alive.
One of the dudes still alive. He could have, but this is what I'm saying. He could have just made it when the forge was active. Beta Ray Bill could just have been around. I said, Thor has 1,500 years of history. His life didn't start when he met the Avengers.
He's already... No, you're absolutely right. He already is established a champion, so we know that he can fight.
Yep.
So,
his head was on... He's already been to that world. His head was on the thing.
I think that so much has happened that we've completely forgotten that Ragnarok confirmed that Beta Ray Bill, Ares, and Man-Thing exist.
Yeah. Well, not just exist. Have already existed, fought on that planet, and either died or left.
Yeah.
Which means they could have been, like I just said, they've been around for a long fucking time.
Well, Ares has been around for years as well. Man-Thing, I'm interested. How are they going to do Man-Thing? I want to see how Man-Thing is done. I can see him, because it seems like, this is another thing, too. And we just bounced around, but that's okay. Why do people keep having problems saying Marvel's too pussy to do horror? Like they didn't just say, nigga, we're doing a Blade film.
It's just like Marvel pussy don't do horror. What were the first big Marvel films? Oh yeah, Blade films. What is Marvel about to do again? A Blade film.
They're doing a movie about a nigga who kills vampires.
And let's keep it 100. You guys realize that tons of people have died in every single fucking Marvel movie that has been out. You know what the fucking Marvel body count is? Literally over half the universe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they murdered a hell of people in Guardians. Mm-hmm. Captain America was running around shooting Nazis left and right like it was just a thing to fucking do.
Cap had the strap.
Cap had
the strap on him. Like,
boop, boop, boop. He was like Batman.
Bucky is a serial killer. He is. Bucky is a serial killer.
Bucky literally murdered Tony's parents. He killed a hell of people.
Like, that's the thing. Like, what people don't understand about Falcon and Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is still like a fugitive. Yeah. Like, he is legit. Yeah, he was under mind control, but he legit killed people.
Yeah, he killed a whole bunch of people.
Killed a lot of people.
Escaped to a foreign nation, which harbored him. Like I said, he's killed a bunch of people. Thor's killed, I don't know how many. I mean, that motherfucker was slaughtering frost giants at the beginning of the fucking Thor 1, and I don't know how many other elves he killed and all that other shit. So this motherfucker slaughtered tons of people. Hulk's gone on rampages and killed tons of people.
Yes.
Hawkeye went on a murdering spree after his family died.
Well, he's racist. He's racist.
He's racist.
He's
yeah.
racist.
He lives and only killed minorities, so that half the numbers. I mean, Tony went around blowing motherfuckers up a lot in Iron Man 1. It was like the thing to do.
Hey, yo, Iron Man has murked some niggas, man.
Iron Man murdered
There's
everybody.
some people who are not alive anymore. He was straight, in the second movie, he was straight shooting those soldiers with proposal rays. Nigga, you were destroying tanks with those things. Those dudes are destroyed.
Blew all the motherfuckers up. He killed all the people. So let's keep it 100. They be killing motherfuckers in Avengers films, fam, and I mean in Marvel films. The shit is very murderous. So horror ain't that far outside their purview. They're just not saying, hey, look, here's your standard horror monster. Here's a fucking Hulk. You don't think Hulk's a monster? They literally had a monster. Technically, every Avengers movie is a monster movie with Hulk in it.
I mean, absolutely. Now, since we're talking about monsters real quick, are we getting the Cancerverse or what? I mean, you want to talk multiverses of madness. Let's talk the Cancerverse. First of all, I was disappointed at how many people did not know about the Cancerverse. You sons of bitches. Go read the old cosmic shit.
No. It's because you don't read comics that you know about the Cancerverse. They do read comics, so they don't know about the Cancerverse.
Aha.
The Cancerverse is only available if you don't read comics.
Aha. Okay. That kind of makes sense to me now. You, son of a bitch, you, I'm looking at right now, you. I need you to go read, he's about to grab it because I know he has it. I need you to start, I need you to start here. I need you to read War Kings.
You know, it's so sad that literally we don't plan this show out or produce anything, and this book is that close to me right now.
Yeah.
Because it is required reading.
Hey, June, watch your goddamn mouth. Cancerverse was the only time Marvel wasn't useless. Hey, yo, relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah, you don't forget that it is because of Captain Marvel that Thanos did not take the universe over with the Cosmic Cube. Alright? The man put it in work. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's totally
If I look over here, I probably got that book too.
you probably got it too, huh?
I got that
War
book
Kings, I talk a lot of shit about, I love all the stuff that's going with X-Men, but Vulcan being there concerns me so much.
Especially him being all happy and shit too.
Vulcan being there is like, at one time, and somebody tell me if they disagree with me on this. I'm
this is
open.
just further over.
Oh, okay, now you're good. Somebody did tell me if they disagree with this, but I can make an honest argument that at one point, Vulcan was on some dark side shit.
Yeah, bro.
Conquered the whole planet.
No, he didn't conquer the whole planet. He conquered an intergalactic empire. The Shi'ar have multiple planets. The Shi'ar Empire expands like a good quarter of the galaxy. Like, that motherfucker went there and slaughtered I don't know how many of the motherfuckers until they made him king. And they continue to slaughter more.
June said, what did Vulcan do that concerns you? And who is Vulcan related to?
Vulcan is one of those evil Summers kids.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. Let me kick it off like this, and once again, someone stop me if I'm wrong. Xavier is a piece of shit.
No, you started with the fact you're doing good.
Oh, okay. Let's start off with Xavier is a son of a bitch. This guy's like the evilest nigga. Secretly, because he did what he felt he had to do. And when you do what you have to do, that means sometimes doing some borderline evil shit. And he kind of did some borderline, not even borderline, evil shit. Vulcan is Scott Summers' brother, and that he didn't even know he had. Like, wait, what? So basically, Xavier took a bunch of mutants before, you know, the giant-sized X-Men, the popular one where Colossus is introduced, Nightcrawler is introduced, Wolverine, Storm, Thunderbolt, they're all introduced in this one issue. Like giant-sized X-Men. But basically, Xavier gets a team together and sends them on a mission to the original Krakoa. Well, it turns out he had a team before that. And it was Scott Summers' brother, Vulcan, who basically, what is Vulcan's powers? He can control all forms of energy.
Yeah,
right?
he is an Omega level energy manipulator.
Yeah.
All form. You're talking about from psionic, so mental. You can't do like. I mean, he can eat. He can basically absorb your telepathy.
Yeah.
Mental, concussive, kinetic, any form of energy with levels. Apparently, just up to Black Bolt.
Yeah. So like Franklin, nothing. Like
No. Franklin,
Nothing.
you're okay. So let me correct this. Energy manipulation in the terms of the ability to, I guess you'd say, control and move, not energy forms, not manipulate matter in the substance between matter.
Yeah.
So Franklin can manipulate reality, that's space, that's subspace, that's matter, antimatter, and everything in between it. Dark energy, dark matter, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Energy manipulation is more of like protons and up.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
Even though he was able to utilize it to heal himself and reconstruct himself.
Yeah.
But he's not like more closer to he's like a higher level Captain Marvel.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like always in binary form.
Yeah. So basically,
Closer to Silver Surfer.
yeah, actually, I can agree with that. 100%.
Closer to Silver Surfer, just not as adept as far as like rearranging matter.
I can agree with that. So he basically, Xavier has this team that he sends out, and they all pretty much die. And then Xavier said, "Oh shit, my bad. I'm going to completely erase their whole existence from everybody on Earth."
Yeah, you'll never remember that they were there.
Yeah. So Santa Claus is like, "Wait, what? I have a brother, and you just erased his whole mind from our existence."
And the worst part is, poor Vulcan ended up actually growing up partially out in space, having to watch his mother die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had this traumatic childhood, found his way back after
Yeah.
Scott Summers and them disappeared on the same island.
Uh-huh.
And then they died. And
Yeah,
it was like, oh shit, that never happened. My bad. Sorry, that never
Oh
happened.
shit, my bad. That never happened.
My bad.
Damn near impossible to kill, like how you said. So basically, we'll start there. That Xavier's a piece of shit. Vulcan decides I'm powerful as fuck. I can do whatever I want. So he goes to the Shi'ar Empire and just takes it over.
Yeah, because he got a power boost due to what happened after Wanda.
Oh yeah.
Because remember, after Wanda absorbed all the energy from the when she took out normal mutants, they surmised that all that energy had to go somewhere. So when they were looking into it, they realized that there was like this small asteroid floating out in space, and like they were like, "What the fuck is what the fuck's going on?" Because all the energy looked like it went there.
Right.
And somehow Vulcan, when all the energy went out, Vulcan somehow was able to get like the entire population of energy, turning him to him, because he wasn't Omega when he died. He was an Omega mutant, but somehow his power in dying with his friends, dying with Darwin even, allowed that energy to manipulate and keep them alive somehow in space.
Yeah.
And then the energy went there, he absorbed it, and he was able to come back.
Well, Jim's asking.
So what Marvel hero could kill Black Bolt?
Well, Black Bolt had to do some extra shit. Like, it wasn't just Black Bolt. Like, he had to do some extra shit.
Well, okay, Black Bolt and Maximus.
Okay.
Because Maximus, who is horribly slept on.
Absolutely.
He built the Terra bomb, the Terrigen bomb.
Yeah, the T-bomb. The T-bomb.
Yeah.
That was so powerful it ripped a fucking hole in reality.
Can Thanos kill Vulcan? Probably.
Thanos will find a way.
Yeah, this is where people sleep on Thanos. People forget that Thanos has sat and stared in the Infinity Well and has gone on record saying, "I have traveled through many realities and destroyed beings of all different kinds because I stay ready." So he ain't got to get ready.
Yeah,
absolutely. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, you have to think about it. Photons in all, or spectrum. Sorry. Spectrum's an all-energy being. She turned herself into a size of a photon and went through Thanos' eye to get into his brain. Thanos countered that. A light speed attack inside this nigga's brain is the size of a photon, and while he was fighting Captain Marvel, Blue Marvel, and Black Panther, who was smart enough to stay on the sidelines, and America Chavez,
Black Panther, I'm cool.
these motherfuckers fight all of them.
I'm screwed.
And still dealt with that attack during the rest of the attack. That is how badass Thanos is.
I want Black Bolt back so bad. I want Black Bolt to find out Vulcan is just chilling. Because Inhumans legit died.
Bro, entire sectors of space died
like his
under
people,
Vulcan's rule.
His people died, and these niggas ain't mutants who can just get resurrected. Yeah, people were saying on my Twitter feed, they were like, oh, well, that's not Vulcan. I don't give a fuck. Let somebody come in and shoot up your family, and you find out he alive, he just got amnesia. I'm alive, I just don't remember.
Not only that, but you got to take the Batman theory. We know what he could potentially become. If there is a chance, a 1% chance that this motherfucker gonna be that Vulcan, wrap it.
I think it's coming. All this X-Men shit is gonna come and crash on niggas.
So if he did that to the Ultimate shit and whooped them all Endgame easily, Endgame Thanos is a different dude.
Yeah.
Endgame Thanos does not have he doesn't have all the upgrades that comic book Thanos has been able to give himself. Like comic book Thanos, when comic book Thanos died with the Cosmic Cube, he put things in order to wish himself when he came back he'd be more powerful. Same thing with the Infinity Gauntlet. Mm-hmm. There's entire stories of him splitting his consciousness off and doing all these things, setting up all these different relationships and time, doing all this shit to ensure that he comes back more powerful.
Right.
He talks about it. Like, I gave myself a couple of gifts when I came back more powerful.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Death, when she brings him back, she gives him power boosts. All kinds of stuff happens in the comic books. Makes him way more powerful than he is in the movies.
Absolutely, I agree. So anyways, this all leads to the Cancerverse. The Cancerverse is basically, what if the Marvel Universe was created by H.P. Lovecraft?
Yeah.
Like, just, the storyline, the story behind it is so amazing. And there's a reason why it's called the Cancerverse, because let's go back to your boy Marvel. Let's go back to him. So in this universe, it's pretty much the same as ours, but Marvel got cancer, and he made a pact with the many-angled ones. The many-angled ones are pretty much Cthulhu's.
Yeah.
They're
universal parasites.
They're universal parasites. They're basically Cthulhu. Shumagorath is one of them. And it's funny how I didn't even piece this together until someone pointed out. He was like, yo, I didn't know about Shumagorath until the Marvel Champions game. And I said, Japanese people love tentacles so much, they made Shumagorath. They didn't even do Doctor Strange. They took a random Doctor Strange villain.
Yep.
And gave him a fucking video game shit.
Bro, what are you talking about? That motherfucker was paid DLC for Marvel's Capcom.
Oh, the third one? Oh, you're right. The third one, yeah.
No, not even just the third one.
No, the second one, he was there. He's been there.
No, I'm saying he was in the third one, but he hasn't just been there. He's the most random villain, but he's been in multiple Marvel's Capcom things. I'm saying by the third one, they made you pay for a character, like you just said, who was already there. That's how big the tentacles are. You gonna pay for these tentacles, nigga.
And Doctor Strange came with it. Yeah, Doctor Strange was one of the regular characters, but you want the tentacles. Whoa. That's extra. Whoa. So basically, he made a pact with them. They said, dude, we'll get rid of this cancer, but you need to offer us something. And he said, all right, here's Thanos. And Thanos in this universe, he was the Avatar of Death. Mm-hmm. He basically was the Grim Reaper. Yeah. And so he sacrificed the Grim Reaper to the many-angled ones. And the many-angled ones were like, all right, we're going to kill him. So now there's no death in this universe. Yeah. There's no death.
Because death, so people understand, death is one being. Mm-hmm. Death doesn't exist in every multiverse is a different Death.
Right.
Death is a multiversal. She exists all across the multiverse at one.
Right.
She just, if you kill her avatar, she can't come into that universe anymore.
Exactly. And so they killed her avatar. So death now doesn't exist, and because of that, life flourished. But life, without the concept of death, led it to be easily corrupted. So the many angled ones were like, "Oh shit!" So we could just go fuck this place up. And so they decided to like completely corrupt the whole universe and make them all evil angled one versions of the Marvel universe, with Cap Marvel as their main person.
Yeah.
But they had already corrupted this whole universe, and then a hole opens up. Oh shit, there's a whole other universe.
Because one of the things that they like is the idea that they are undying. They want to be ageless. So they want universes that death can't get into. And then they corrupt them. And kind of to answer June's question, the many angled ones are also called the void in flesh. The idea of that is that they look to consume and infect an entire universe. They are the end, if you will, the nothingness. They will be all-encompassing, but they are creatures. They are living beings. So the idea of the void in flesh are they will consume your entire universe. They will make up your whole thing, and they will spread endlessly like a void.
Now, it's funny that you guys mentioned it. It's funny that he mentioned Sentry. Because, did you read Annihilation Scourge?
Yes, I did.
So basically, I wonder if that's why Sentry got corrupted. Because he went to the Cancerverse.
No, he went to the negative zone. And the negative zone has different properties, like splitting.
Well,
Because remember when Rick Jones and Captain Marvel ventured the negative verse and they got bonded and the negative zone has always had that thing between splitting beings apart.
Well, my thing is this. Here's my question.
But he went to the negative zone, which
But he did end up taking over the Cancerverse.
Yes.
So he had to have gotten there somehow.
Yes, through the negative.
I had to rethink that, but I wonder if that's what happened. Where basically,
he was forcibly split in the negative zone, and that's why they put him over there because of the Rick Jones Captain Marvel thing. So he recommended maybe if you go over there because the properties were different, but the split ended up fucking him up way more than they surmised. And then
I wonder if that has a lot to do with it because he said the void, and maybe that's what drew it out. I had to reread it again. It was actually surprisingly well done.
That would be an interesting concept if the void persona is just a mini angled
just
one
of the many angled
that
ones.
broke through, kind of like how Molecule Man got his powers when the universe broke and it peeked through to a Beyonders universe. And he was hit with those energies and gave him the powers of Molecule Man.
We just made Sentry hella more interesting.
Yeah.
We just made Sentry hella more
Congratulations,
interesting.
Marvel. You're welcome.
That makes me want to make him a Doctor Strange villain. I think that would be great if one of Doctor Strange villains was fucking the Sentry. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
Oh shit.
And I would love to see the Sentry in one of those bid for power. Like the Sentry should go and fuck with Dormammu. Like the Sentry should go over there and be like, while he's in like void form, and like challenge, like throw up, like you're trying to do the same thing. Like no, I'm the bigger of the two. You don't expand into my reality. This is my reality.
Yeah.
You don't come here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like the whole like villains not wanting to go on other villain territory. Like, like when the void is out, you don't come to the to 616.
No, absolutely.
Shuma no.
Shuma no.
Shuma no. They'll step to it.
What if the Sentry discovers the Emperor Core? The ones that were trying to destroy our magic?
Uh-huh.
And that's what he goes to do, to fuck up all magic. And they get the fucking Sentry to do it.
That'd be good.
Can anything defeat the void? Yes, Fat Cobra.
The Fat Cobra.
Fat Cobra ate the void.
Yep.
Well, I don't think he ate like the void. He ate like a piece of the void.
Yeah.
Like I would like it. That's just one of Fat Cobra's powers. Whatever I eat, it's good. I could just
eat.
He's partially matter eating.
Like no, if the void pulled up on Franklin, he would probably. Franklin's more powerful than Sentry. Franklin could just make the void not exist.
Hey, listen,
Galactus. There was a tale that Sentry supposedly held off Galactus without being in void form, but at the same time, we don't know if that's diminished Galactus.
Man.
Galactus could probably just consume it as energy.
When can we have this conversation that Blue Marvel is fucking Centria? I don't think folks are ready for that combo.
Well, fucking Century up or fucking up the Void?
Yes.
Yes, to both. Well, I mean, it's possible. I mean, it's possible. The only problem is, very sadly, like Marvel does with everything, we don't get enough Blue Marvel.
Well, they're hinting on it with the incoming.
I don't want to hit on it. Give it.
Yeah.
Or don't fucking talk about it. Because
Yeah.
you know what? You talked about it, you gave us some ultimates, and you took it the fuck away. So, don't talk about it, be about it,
I
or
can't
don't
let you
exist.
get that one off. I can't let you get that one
I
off.
can't.
And the reason why is because we didn't buy it.
I bought it.
Well, we
I got all of this.
We
Here's the thing. When sales slump on Spider-Man still get books.
But
If
sales
you ain't
don't
go-
slump on
if-
Spider-Man.
They go down.
Not on the Amazing book.
There's other books that he has, and they keep releasing more fucking Spider-Man.
Are you comparing Spider-Man to the Ultimates?
No, I'm saying this. If you don't ever let a character develop, you'll never get them to the level of developed characters. And you
think-
gotta understand, there's
Uh-huh.
been years, I'm sure, where Spider-Man slumped like a whole year. Had shitty-ass books. And you know what? They still let him rock because they wanted the character
Because
to keep
he's
growing.
Spider-Man.
The problem with the current generation, they keep taking characters' names away, keep taking characters out of the spotlight, just because they don't shine for like a month or two.
He's the exception. He's not the rule. You can't put them on the same platform. I can't let you get that one off.
There's tons of other characters who do
I
that.
can't let you get that one off.
Okay,
I can't.
Superman.
What about him?
Same thing.
He's Superman.
Same,
You gotta make
they're
a
not the
better.
same
You
thing.
gotta use a better example than like these
Okay.
superheroes.
X-Men.
You gotta use a better example.
There was Deadpool.
Okay. Okay.
And they keep rocking with the nigga.
Okay. Okay.
I was like, you just got to work down the list.
No. Yeah. I
You
didn't
gotta work
say you
down the
were
list. And I'm
wrong.
just saying, it's the same with a lot of superheroes. Just
Right.
like our younger generation. And that's one of the things I hated with Wally when they took Wally out of and like put Barry back. It's like, why? You would develop Wally so fucking far. Or Kyle. Like, why the fuck y'all just drop Kyle out? We got Hal busted ass Jordan again.
Oh God.
And then they're like, okay, well we're gonna do we're gonna do Jessica. What was the other dude's name?
Fuck.
Exactly.
Simon Bad. It took me a minute.
On top of your
It
head.
took me a minute.
And they were gonna be premier Green Lanterns. Now we're looking at like 2 or 3 other Green Lanterns. They're supposed to be. This is the new premier Green Lantern now.
There's way too many human Green Lanterns. I don't want to hear the reasons.
You gotta you gotta start letting people rock. And Blue Marvel's another good example. How we gonna get Blue Marvel to be like, oh hey, he's got all these feats and all these good stuff, and the motherfucker rarely appear in books.
Who's writing it? Tanisha Coates.
Tanisha Coates?
The guy who's doing Black Panther and Captain America.
Okay, I'll say that or Al Ewing.
Al Ewing should be writing it, but I know they're gonna probably want a black person to write it.
And you know, that's where to me, there's people who's like, bro, if you write me a good story, I don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
I don't care about your skin tone as long as you write a good story.
I don't give
I don't care
a
about
shit.
your gender.
You're
I don't
right.
care about your skin tone.
You're
If you
right.
can write a good story, you can write a good story. Now, if you get racist, misogynistic, or something, yeah, your skin tone starts to matter.
Just say like if we introduce him now, we have to explain why he ain't pull up in Avengers 1, Ultron, and Infinity War, the same reason why Captain Marvel did it. Anyways,
It was off-world. She was doing other shit.
she's off-world.
Off-world.
Off-world. Anyways, we're way over our time.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Thank you guys for having us back. Like we said, rest in peace,
Rest in
Kobe
peace,
and
Kobe.
Gigi, and the other 7 that lost their lives. If you like what you hear, spread the word, tell people about it. I want to try and get more people to join us live and stuff like that. I think that'll be interesting.
Yeah, we got more people on the Twitter this time, too. Like,
That's good. We got more people watching and fucking with
yeah,
us.
keep tuning in. We'll keep doing it. You know, we, like I said, we was doing it long before we had a podcast. So.
And TM says Al Ewing is honorary black.
I'm
okay with that.
The best part about the name Al Ewing is it sounds black.
It does sound like a
It
nigga.
sounds black.
Like when they to Patrick Ewing.
Yeah. They do. They do.
Oh man, I want to thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you for tuning in. It's your boy Phony Toast. Toast is with the mostest.
Task the old nerdy bastard in the building.
Till next time.
Peace out.